Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's Closer Look. This time around, we conclude our epic, in-depth look at the Bond 50. It's not a large set in terms of size, but man, it has some heft to it. 24 discs, 2 hardcover bookcases basically inside. Bookcases? It's full of bookcases, oh my god! No, but basically 2 hardcover book-style disc sleeves full of heavy cardboard for the sleeves. Yeah, this thing has some heft to it. I realized last time I actually forgot to tell you how much I paid for this bad boy, because I see the price varying anywhere from $150 to $250 depending where you go. I don't generally see it for more than $200 in store, but I picked this up on sale back around, it was March, at the local HMV. It was going for $149.99. Now before you go, oh my god, that's so expensive, but think about it. This is 23 movies. So 23 movies divided into $149.99 means each movie basically cost me $6.52. Yeah, not a bad deal at all. Not a bad deal at all. And then there's a 24th disc of additional extras. And we'll be taking a look at that, as well as the remaining, 12 movies today? So what will we be looking at today? We'll be starting off with Octopussy, and ending with Skyfall. Well, I guess technically ending with the bonus disc. But, yeah, so let's get right to it. More Bond 50 Closer Look goodness today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Well, you could like weightlift with this thing. Yeah, I figure, it's as good a time as any to be doing this because Spectre is coming out. It's right around the corner. I'm not sure when the exact release date is, but it's soon. It's coming soon. So, yeah, I thought let's take a look at the at what has gone before, and yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have time to sit down and watch a bunch of them before the new movie comes out. I'd at least like to watch the rest of the Daniel Craig ones. I haven't actually seen all of them yet. I've seen the first 1.5 of them. Yeah, I'm about halfway through Quantum of Solace. I'm probably just going to start over with Casino Royale and go through them that way. But, yeah, I haven't seen Skyfall at all. Actually, while I'm on the subject, why don't I tell you which ones I haven't seen? Yes, I actually have not seen all of the Bond movies. I've seen most of them. I've seen all the Sean Connery ones. I've seen all the Roger Moore ones, because those are basically the 2 big ones that I, grew up with. I mainly grew up watching the Roger Moore movies, so they were a lot of fun, and I certainly enjoyed those. And then I went back and watched the Sean Connery ones later. My parents had them all on VHS, so I just, worked my way through them in order and thoroughly enjoyed them. But, yeah, so ones I haven't seen On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is the one and only outing by George Lazenby, I don't know, whatever, the one-off Bond guy. The only other thing I remember seeing him in was an episode of Freddy's Nightmares where he played a psychiatrist. Yeah, so his career just skyrocketed after being Bond, didn't it? Sorry, George, no hard feelings, buddy. What the hell else? Well, let me look at the list here. I have memorized this earlier and then immediately forgot it. So let's see. I've seen Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice. Have not seen On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I have seen Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, Man with the Golden Gun, Spy Love Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only. Okay, so all but one in that collection. Yeah, here's where it begins to fall apart. I've seen Octopussy, View to a Kill, and The Living Daylights. I've only seen half of License to Kill. I've seen GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies. I've never seen The World Is Not Enough. I've seen Die Another Day, Casino Royale. I've seen the first half of Quantum of Solace, and I haven't seen Skyfall. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 that I haven't seen or haven't seen all the way through. 3 that I haven't seen at all, and 2 that I've only seen about the first half of. So, there you go. In case you were wondering, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. James Bond. Sorry. All right. That's enough rambling from me. We got a ton of extras to get through and well, not a ton of packaging, a little bit of packaging, but a ton of extras to get through. The remainder of the 18-page stack of extras that I spent all freaking day writing. Yeah, let's get right to it. Let's go down to the black box. Alrighty, let's wrap up our look at the Bond 50. We're literally only halfway there, so let's get it going here. So, carrying on, we slide out the second of the two books, and there we go. So this covers 1983 to 2012. So this goes right up to Skyfall. What do we got on here? We got, yeah, from Octopussy to Skyfall. So here we go. So open this up, and we can see here we got Octopussy from 1983 and A View to a Kill from 1985. And some very lovely pictures there. Very nice indeed. Christopher Walken with his platinum blonde hair there. I think this may be the first thing I ever saw Christopher Walken in, actually. I always just assumed he was some crazy German guy, but I had no idea. Quite always intense and entertaining, Mr. Walken. And then here, of course, we have, well, yeah, I guess that is it for Roger Moore. He finished up his run with A View to a Kill. And then, of course, we have The Living Daylights and License to Kill, which mark Timothy Dalton's only 2 outings as Bond. And quite good, though. I actually thought he was a pretty decent Bond. I always remember him as Prince Baron in the 1980 Flash Gordon movie. I should mention I've only seen The Living Daylights, and and about the first half of License to Kill. For whatever reason, I just never got around to finishing it. So one of these days I will. Carrying on, we have Pierce Brosnan's debut as 007. After playing Remington Steele for years, a lot of people thought he would be perfect as James Bond, and boy was he ever. He was so good. We have GoldenEye from 1995, and Tomorrow Never Dies from 1997. And there's the man himself. And, of course, good old Sean Bean as the ill-fated 006. Yeah. You didn't really expect him to live until the end of the movie, did you? I mean, this is Sean Bean we're talking about here. Alright, so, carrying on, we have Pierce Brosnan's last 2 outings. He did 4 total. We have The World Is Not Enough, which I have never seen. So, yeah, this is another one that I've never seen. And Die Another Day, which I actually saw in theaters. However, apparently here in Canada, we got a censored cut of it. So I'm kind of looking forward to checking this out and actually seeing it uncensored for the first time. So that'd be kind of cool. Slide over here, check out the pictures. Well, you'll get a good long look at those pictures when I'm going over the extras here, so don't worry. Don't worry. I got you covered. And, of course, we have Daniel Craig's debut with Casino Royale from 2006. It was quite a well, I guess 4 years. Yeah, so in those 4 years, they completely revamped the series. So this is like a full-blown reboot. You know, for the first time, we're getting the origin story of James Bond, which is pretty cool. And then we have Quantum of Solace from 2008, which I, again, have only seen the first half of. So, yeah, there you go. And then Skyfall, which I have not seen. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the pictures, did I? There, look at those beautiful pictures. Very nice. Yeah, Daniel Craig is the kick butt Bond. Like he just takes no crap from anybody. It's great. So then we have Skyfall from 2012, and then the bonus disc. Now this bonus disc is the same as in the previous release. The only difference between this and the previous release is they've actually included Skyfall instead of just having a fake disc in there as a placeholder until you add it yourself. So then if we take a look over here, same as the other set, we basically have the principal credits for each of the movies. And there you go. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Let's do this. Where's my extras list? Here we are. All right. Okay, we are on page 9, exactly halfway. Alright, so, let's take my glasses off there. Okay, I take my glasses off to read, by the way. I'm nearsighted, so I can see things that are close, just not things that are far away. Alright, so disc 13, we have Octopussy from 1983, which features a commentary featuring director John Glenn, and another commentary featuring Sir Roger Moore. The declassified MI6 vault contains Shooting Stunts Part 1, Crashing Jeeps. Shooting Stunts Part 2, The Airplane Crash. Ken Burns, on-set movie. On Location with Peter Lamont. Testing the Limits, The Aerial Team. James Brolin, original screen tests. James Bond in India, original 1983 featurette. That's a lot of stuff. That's pretty cool. And then Mission Dossier, behind-the-scenes featurettes. Yeah, you'll notice we do not have the 007 Mission Control on this because this one was not previously released. We have Inside Octopussy, an original documentary. Designing Bond, Peter Lamont. All-Time High music video. Storyboard sequences, and exotic locations. And then we have the usual Ministry of Propaganda and image database features. And Disc 14, A View to a Kill, from 1985. We have commentary featuring director John Glenn and members of the cast and crew. Commentary featuring Sir Roger Moore. The declassified MI6 vault contains Film 85 BBC report, original promotional featurette, The Streets of San Francisco deleted footage, Float Like a Butterfly test footage, deleted scenes with introductions by director John Glenn, and alternate and expanded angle scenes with introductions by director John Glenn. So that's pretty cool. Mission Dossier includes Inside A View to a Kill, an original documentary, The Bond Sound, the music of James Bond, A View to a Kill music video performed by Duran Duran, and exotic locations. Then, of course, we have Ministry of Propaganda and image database again. Now, this one also does not have the 007 Mission Control. It was not previously released. Then we have The Living Daylights from 1987. Let's actually get to that page. There we go. So disc 15, The Living Daylights from 1987. We have commentary featuring director John Glenn and members of the cast and crew. Boy, John Glenn was just the man to go to, apparently, for Bond movies. He directed a ton of them. Declassified MI6 Vault has deleted scenes with introductions by director John Glenn. Happy Anniversary 007. Yes, The Living Daylights was the 25th anniversary movie. So Bond had been around. So we're looking at the 50th anniversary. So Living Daylights was 25 years earlier. Wow, that makes me feel old. It feels like it wasn't that long ago that The Living Daylights came out in theaters. I remember seeing theatrical trailers for it in the theater. Alright, then we got Silver Anniversary featurettes, spotlighting Cubby Broccoli, Mariam Dabo, Around the World with James Bond, and the new Bond car. Then we have Timothy Dalton, the new James Bond, Vienna press conference. Timothy Dalton on acting. Dalton and Dabo interviews. And the Ice Chase outtakes, deleted footage with narration by director John Glenn. And then no 007 Mission Control, because this one was not previously released. We have the Mission Dossier, which includes Inside the Living Daylights, Ian Fleming, 007's creator, the Living Daylights music video performed by Aha, and the making of the Living Daylights music video, and exotic locations. And, of course, the Ministry of Propaganda and image database. Then disc 16, we have License to Kill from 1989. Got commentary by director John Glenn and members of the cast. Commentary by producer Michael G. Wilson and members of the crew. And declassified, the MI6 Vault contains deleted scenes with introductions by director John Glenn, Bond 89, On Set with John Glenn, On Location with Peter Lamont, and Ground Check with Corky Fornoff. And then this one does have 007 Mission Control. I remember having the steelbook of this one as well. But funny enough, even though I had it, I never got around to watching the rest of it. Mission Dossier contains Inside License to Kill, production featurette behind the scenes, Kenworth truck stunt film, License to Kill music video performed by Gladys Knight, If You Asked Me To music video performed by Patti LaBelle. Unusual for there to be two music videos associated with a Bond movie, but there you go. Ministry of Propaganda, trailers and promos, blah blah blah, image database, etc., etc. Alright. Then we have the debut of Pierce Brosnan on disc 17, GoldenEye from 1995. So we have commentary featuring director Martin Campbell and producer Michael G. Wilson. Declassified, the MI6 Vault contains deleted scenes, the Martin Chronicles, Building a Better Bond pre-production featurette, The Return of Bond, the start of production press event, Driven to Bond, Remy Julien, Anatomy of a Stunt, Tank vs. Perrier, Making It Small in Pictures, Derek Meddings, On Location with Peter Lamont, GoldenEye The Secret Files, The Cast, and pre-title storyboard sequence with director Martin Campbell. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. Mission Dossier has The World of 007, an original 1995 television special hosted by Elizabeth Hurley, The GoldenEye Video Journal, Promotional Featurette, GoldenEye music video performed by Tina Turner, and Exotic Locations. Now, interestingly enough, I remember the original teaser trailer for this when it showed up in theaters. It had, it says, like, there's only one man for the job and stuff like that. And then Bond comes out in silhouette and shoots the only one man logo and turns it into 007 just by, like, shooting the letters away. And then he walks up towards the camera and comes into the light, and it's Pierce Brosnan, and he just says, "You were expecting someone else?" You can find that version of the trailer online, like if you poke around a bit, but for whatever reason it's not on the Blu-ray. They have like an alternate version of the teaser trailer that just has him shooting the letters away, but doesn't have the part where he walks up to the camera and says that line. Now, I remember seeing that teaser trailer in theaters when it originally came out, and it had been rumored for a while that Pierce Brosnan was going to be Bond. And this was kind of the first big thing where it was made completely official. I mean, we'd known, there'd been the official announcement and stuff, but this just made it that much more real, actually seeing it. So that moment where he just walks up to the camera and says, "You're expecting someone else," the audience went apeshit. Like, they just went nuts. So excited. And then they had like that rockin' version, like, rock and roll, almost metal, like really heavy guitar version of the Bond theme. And I remember seeing one guy in the audience just like air guitaring like a maniac in his seat to that theme. And it was an experience, man. And I wanted to remember that by seeing that trailer on the Blu-ray in glorious high definition, and they robbed me of that, damn it. Why is that not on there? Seriously, like, after all the stuff that's there, they couldn't include that one version of the trailer. Like, it's out there, obviously. I see it online. I just don't get it. I don't get it. The other thing I should mention, a lot of these featurettes and extras are standard definition. Like, I don't actually know of any of them that are high definition. So, yeah, I mean, they're basically a lot of these have been ported from edition to edition since the days of DVD, like the Ultimate Editions on DVD. But they've never, none of them have been given a high def upgrade. So the vast majority of the extras are standard def, which is just even more of a reason not to omit things. I mean, it's not like they're taking up a ton of space, So anyway, we'll get to that in a couple of movies, actually, because I have something more to say about that subject in a little bit here. Disc 18, we got Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997. Which I actually did see in the theater. I think I saw GoldenEye in the theater as well. I can't remember, but I definitely saw Tomorrow Never Dies in the theater. Really enjoyed that one a lot. I know a lot of people are kind of split on it, but I really liked the first two Pierce Brosnan ones, actually. So we got commentary by director Roger Spottiswoode and Dan Petrie Jr., and commentary by producer Michael G. Wilson and Vic Armstrong. And then we have an isolated music track, which is kind of cool. That's something we don't get very often. Declassified MI6 Vault, we have deleted and extended scenes introduced by director Roger Spottiswoode. Expanded angles introduced by director Roger Spottiswoode. Highly classified, The World of 007. And the James Bond theme, Moby's reversion. That's a music video, actually, I should mention. Yeah, I actually really like Moby's reworking of the James Bond theme. That was really cool. Very well done. Then we got Mission Dossier. We got The Secrets of 007, storyboard presentations, special effects reel, interview with composer David Arnold, Tomorrow Never Dies music video performed by Sheryl Crow, and Exotic Locations. And then, of course, the Ministry of Propaganda and Image Database. Alright, so then Disc 19, The World Is Not Enough. Now that I think about it, sorry, getting back to the GoldenEye teaser, yeah, I'm really annoyed by that. Can you tell? I'm thinking that it's probably in one of the featurettes somewhere, just kind of snuck in there, but it would have been nice to have it on its own. I'm sure it's in there somewhere, like one of the ones about casting Pierce Brosnan or something like that. Anyway, Disc 19, The World Is Not Enough, from 1999. We've got commentary by director Michael Apted and commentary by Peter Lamont, David Arnold, and Vic Armstrong. So a couple commentaries on there. Declassified MI6 Vault. Features deleted and extended scenes with introductions by Michael Apted. The Boat Chase, James Bond Downriver, original 1999 featurette. Creating an Icon, making the teaser trailer, Hong Kong, and Hong Kong press conference. And we got 007 Mission Control back again. Yes, this one was previously released. Then we got Mission Dossier, features The Making of the World Is Not Enough, and Bond Cocktail. Tribute to... Tribute to Desmond Llewellyn, The World Is Not Enough music video by Garbage, and The Secrets of 007 alternative video options. And then we got Ministry of Propaganda and Image Database. Alright, so then finally we got Disc 20, Die Another Day, Pierce Brosnan's final outing as Bond. We got commentary by director Lee Tamahori and producer Michael G. Wilson. Commentary by actors Pierce Brosnan and Rosamund Pike. That's pretty cool. They actually got Pierce Brosnan to do a commentary. Then we got the MI6 data stream, which is, I believe it's kind of like a pop-up info track. It's not like a commentary track, but it's like an info track, sort of subtitle track, behind-the-scenes info as you watch it kind of thing. We've all seen stuff like that before. Then we got Declassified, the MI6 Vault, which has From Script to Screen, Shaken and Stirred on Ice, Just Another Day, The British Touch, Bond Arrives in London, On Location with Peter Lamont. We've got 007 Mission Control again. This one was previously released. We've got the Mission Dossier, which includes Inside. Wait a second. I am seeing all of the License to Kill features here. Damn it. What did I... No, we don't actually have that. We just have the MI6 Vault section. That's where I got confused. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of messed up on my notes here a little bit. But yeah, so anyway, that we basically just have the stuff from the MI6 Vault there. Now, here's something I gotta say, is there was a 2-disc special edition DVD of Die Another Day released back in the day. And essentially what we have here is we have the featurettes from the first disc. We do not have the featurettes from the second disc. Now, given that all of those featurettes are standard definition, there is really no excuse not to have those on here. I mean, that's just unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. So what's missing, you may be wondering? Well, see, this is why it took so long to do the research here. What is missing? Well, stuff from the special edition DVD that we do not have on the Blu-ray. One of the big ones is Inside Die Another Day, making of documentary. That's an 80-minute long making of documentary. Yep, it's not on the Blu-ray. Then we got storyboard to final shot comparisons for key scenes, multi-angle explorations of incredible stunts and key action sequences, an inside look at all the visual elements in the opening credits sequence, before and after comparisons of digitally altered footage, featurettes with original animation and in-depth descriptions of each gadget, including the Aston Martin Vanquish, Madonna's Die Another Day music video, the making of Madonna's Die Another Day music video, and the making of 007 Nightfire, which was a multi-platform console game based on the world of James Bond. So yeah, all that stuff, not on the Blu-ray. Why? Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, that's all standard definition stuff. They could have easily squeezed it in there. But for whatever reason, they didn't. Well, looks like I'll be tracking down that 2-disc DVD. If it was just like 1 or 2 things missing, I wouldn't care so much. But that is a shit ton of extras that were not ported over. I mean, that's really disappointing. Like, they really just skimped out on that. So, yeah. Alright. Hello, Daniel Craig. Alright, so disc 21, Casino Royale from 2006. Here's what we got. We got commentary featuring the crew. Now, this is, by the way, Die Another Day is the last one to use the format of, MI6 and Actually, no, it didn't even do it. No, actually, the one before that. Oh no, Die Another Day did. Yeah, Die Another Day had. It was the last to sort of follow that format of like the MI6 Vault and stuff like that. But only kind of half-assed from the previous one. So anyway, Casino Royale, being the new Bond, doesn't follow the old format of the menus and stuff. It's all just kind of a stack of extras. So Casino Royale, we've got commentary featuring the crew, deleted scenes, The Road to Casino Royale, Ian Fleming's incredible creation, James Bond in the Bahamas, Ian Fleming's Secret Road to Paradise, Death in Venice, Becoming Bond, and James Bond for Real, and Chris Cornell music video. Now, there was also a 2-disc special edition of Casino Royale released on DVD and Blu-ray, which had a second disc of more extras. And, well, here's all the stuff from that second disc that did not make it onto this Blu-ray. Bond Girls Are Forever. That's probably the big one. It's got a big featurette all about Bond girls over the years, so who wouldn't love to see that? The Art of Free Running. Free running chase, storyboards, and animatics. Scene deconstruction, catching a plane. And we got in-depth conversations with key crew, which also features, so it's like actual conversations, interviews, and also features behind-the-scenes footage of the movie. So we got, featurettes of that nature featuring Martin Campbell, the director, Chris Corbould, the special effects guy, Phil Mehu, sorry, French is not my first language, the director of photography, Gary Powell, stunt coordinator, Alexander Witt, second unit director, and David Arnold, composer. Yeah, sounds like some great stuff. Not on the Blu-ray. Well, specifically not on the Blu-ray in this set. So that's another one. If you want everything, you'll need to track down that 2-disc set, either the standard def or the Blu-ray version. So take your pick. And we've got disc 22, Quantum of Solace from 2008. We've got a music video, Another Way to Die, Bond on Location, Start of Shooting, Olga Kurylenko and the Boat Chase, director Mark Forster, the music, crew files, theatrical teaser trailer, and theatrical trailer. And that's it. We're getting kind of skimpy on extras here. Like, what's going on? Like, after all the other ones are so loaded with stuff, it seems like the last 2 or 3 we've really skimped. Last 2 in particular. Because here's Skyfall. Here's all you get with Skyfall. We got commentary by director Sam Mendes, commentary by producers Barbara Broccoli, Michael G. Wilson, and production designer Dennis Gassner. Shooting Bond, Skyfall premiere, theatrical trailer, and soundtrack promotional spot. Great. That's it. That's all. You get 2 commentaries, 2 dinky little featurettes, the trailer, and an ad for the soundtrack. Great. Don't go all out now or anything, guys. That's awesome. Alright, so last but most certainly not least... Sorry, I should be on the right page. Here we go. That's not the right page either. Hi, Daniel Craig. I've been a page behind this whole time, haven't I? Anyway, there's all the Bonds. Enjoy. Alright, so then we got disc 24, the bonus disc. This is kind of cool. We've got The World of Bond, which features several sections. We've got a section on title sequences where you can actually see every single title sequence from the first 22 movies, just back to back. They just have just the title sequences all right there. Boom. Enjoy. Then you got gadgets, villains, Bond girls, locations, and Bond in Motion, which I'm assuming is about vehicles. So basically just all featurettes about all of those particular subjects over the years. Being Bond, just all about the various actors who played the role. Designing 007, 50 years of Bond style. And hey, some more Skyfall extras. We got Skyfall video blogs. Awesome! Yeah, you know how long those video blogs are in total? There's like a big stack of them. You think, oh, there's so many video blogs. This is going to be so in-depth, like fly on the wall making of. Yeah, you know what the total running time is of all of those piles and piles of video blogs? 10 minutes and 51 seconds. Woo fucking who. Yeah. But, yeah, so anyway. So I got a little lackluster towards the end of the set, but overall, quite a comprehensive. Hold on. Quite a comprehensive list of extras there. I'm sure you'll agree. 18 freaking pages. Holy moly. So let's take one last look at the set here. So we got the box, which is beautiful. Very nice. We got book 1, 1962 to 1981. All the movies listed on the back. Very nice. And then, there we go. Yeah. And then book 2, 1983 to 2012. And there you go. And then, of course, we got Spectre coming out a little later this year. And I will definitely be making a point of trying to get out to see that in the theater. Because I actually haven't seen very many Bond movies in the theater. And I think in particular with the scenery and the spectacle and the stunts and just everything, they are the types of movies that definitely benefit from being seen on the big screen. Alrighty, let's head on back up to the chair, shall we? Finally! Finished! Holy moly, that took forever. Sorry! Aren't you glad I didn't do that as one big long video now? Yeah, you're all bitching and moaning that I was splitting it up into 2 parts. Come on, just give us the whole thing! No, I'm not that cruel. I'm sorry. Oh, man. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer about Die Another Day and Casino Royale kind of getting shafted on this set, because they were, among the few to get like 2-disc deluxe editions previously. But, everything else seems to be more or less intact. So if you want to be a true completist and have all the extras, you'll need to track down a couple of different editions there, specifically the 2-disc special edition DVD of Die Another Day, to get that 80-minute documentary about the making of it and all the other extras that didn't port over. And then, of course, the 2-disc special edition DVD or Blu-ray of Casino Royale to get all the remaining extras there. I don't know what's up with the last two, like Quantum of Solace and Skyfall really skimped on the extras, man. Like, I don't know, is that just the way things are going now? We're getting less and less bonus content? You'd think with the modern ones there would be more material, because there would be shooting material specifically to have as extras. Like, I don't know. At least we got the whopping 10 minutes of video journals for Skyfall on the bonus disc. Woohoo! God, I look at the video journals on other sets, like for example, some of the modern era Doctor Who sets have video journals by the actors, and they're huge, long segments, sometimes several hours of video journals, and they're fun, they're interesting, they're good times behind the scenes. Woohoo! But yeah, just no such love for the past few Bonds. I just don't get it, because especially given how highly regarded the new Bond movies are. I mean, they really have successfully revitalized the franchise, and it was kind of stagnating for a while there with the last couple movies of the Pierce Brosnan era. And they've really brought it back with a vengeance, and it's doing, gangbusters now. So I just don't get the lack of extras. It's very puzzling to me. But, oh well. Anyway, if you're looking for a quick and dirty way to get the first 23 movies, you really can't go wrong with the Bond 50. Overall, I mean, it's a fantastic set. The vast majority of extras are there, and for, I think, most people, what is there is going to be more than sufficient to satiate your appetite for extras. Especially with the classic era ones. I mean, everything up to Die Another Day, like everything prior to that, is loaded. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff on there, archival and new stuff created for the DVDs and Blu-rays. It's a shame that there isn't really much in the way of high-definition extras, but, I mean, oh well, what can I say? Most of it is DVD ports that have been around for years, but it's just nice to have more or less everything together in one neat and tidy package. I mean, that definitely takes up a lot less space on your shelf than having all 23 of them in individual keep cases, So, something to be said for that. Well, that was a long one. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you all enjoyed it. Just like to take a quick moment to thank all my Patreon sponsors. Thanks, Patreon sponsors. You guys and gals rock my socks. Yeah, special big thanks to my two highest level sponsors, namely Kyle Pellegrini and Get Your Gorgeous On, the always awesome e-mag written by the always awesome duo of Michelle O'Toole and Simon Hedger. So thank you very, very much, guys, for your ongoing support. I really appreciate it. And the rest of you out there who haven't become sponsors yet, hey, why not become a sponsor? I mean, it all comes right back into the show anyway. It's not like you're investing in nothing. You get more stuff like this and even more things. I've got a lot of stuff on the back burner that I'm wanting to do. It's just a matter of having the time and resources to do so. So yeah, I mean, everything that comes in through Patreon goes right back into the show in the form of cool sets like this to do umpteen videos about, or equipment upgrades so I can give you a better picture and better sound and just better. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.